as an artist, what are you trying to do is push the boundaries, show people something different, a different experience, and then that's where you can go, but actually you could use it for this. This has a practical application. But if you didn't do the artist bit first, you wouldn't get that connection. So that's why artists are so vital to society. The philosophers were really talking about aspects of virtuality, as I might phrase it, and that's appropriate if you're dealing with virtual reality. One of the main thinkers was Gaston Bachelard. He wrote Poetics of Space, which discusses the home, and how if I was to tell you about my home where I used to live, you might start to recall memories of your own home, and he explains a lot of psychological things around the home, and that really informed my research in the sense of I created this memory space of my memory that you could be inside, and at the same time you would begin to connect with your own memories. So that was Bachelard. Then you've got Henry Bergson, who talks about the duality of the mind and the physical body or the brain, and what he's really saying is that the mind is almost a virtual thing where it creates representations of what you see or experience, and so in a way that kind of mirrors virtual reality, where you're almost creating your mind, in the sense that I was doing, in a virtual environment. And then you've got Brian Masumi, and one of the interesting things that he talks about is if I touch something, that sensation will hit my brain in a split second, but there is a delay scientifically shown between that impulse traveling there and me registering it as a conscious, oh, I touched a cold surface. And he calls that, that's a virtual moment, and that not all the sensations that are we don't articulate them all. So there is this sort of virtual space in our heads where lots of things go on and we only go, okay, well, we'll look at that. And in a way, that's what I did. I created a memory, but I didn't put everything in it. I sort of thought, I'll put that in it, but I'm not going to put that in it. I've created this space of what you might call mindfulness, where you can just sit and be, but you don't have to go anywhere. You just sit there, put the headset on, and it's all there. And that's very interesting, that you can transport somebody so completely that they're almost in another space, even though they're not. I elaborated. I mean, I removed all the buildings and just left a ruin. But on the other side, there was a big field, a ploughed field. Well, that was actually there. So it was quite faithful in lots of ways to the original setting. Of course, the tree wasn't the same tree, you know, they weren't the same, but that didn't matter to me because I'm creating something different. It is a memory, but memory is not perfect, so it doesn't have to be perfect. When I put it there, I put what I can remember in the best way that I can remember it, I suppose, which sounds a bit wishy-washy, but that's kind of how I did it. I put some animals in. I mean, the cat was obvious because I had 2 cats, so I wanted a cat. Then the owl, there was an exceptionally annoying owl that used to come and sit in that tree and hoot at night when I was trying to go to sleep. So that's why I put the owl in. I think what those things do, and particularly the sound, is they bring it to life. So without that, it doesn't come alive. And I wanted the whole memory to come alive. So those animations were essential.